So Bungie just dropped their next post about the future of Destiny 2, talking about both raids and dungeons that will have some major changes as well as combatant modifiers, so here's your quick overview. Firstly, there will now only be 1 raid and 1 dungeon per year, down from the previous years which used to be 2 and 2. However, both will be included in their respective expansion, so no more dungeon keys. On top of this, they mentioned that the way that this will be delivered to you is that you'll get the new raid with the first expansion, then the major update launching 3 months later will expand on that raid, adding new challenges, twists, rewards, and potentially even new encounters and mechanics. The dungeon will then launch with the second expansion, and then the last major update on month 9 will introduce events that leverage legacy raids and dungeon content, with things like Pantheon, which we saw with Into the Light. They go on to talk about raid feats, which they state that they're changing the formula away from master raids. So starting with codename Apollo, new raids will support a raid specific form of challenge customization, where you can select modifiers called feats. This is basically adding things like time trials, enabling contest mode difficulty, and other modifiers that make the raid harder, but gives better and higher tier rewards. They do say that the highest tier of raid rewards available from those challenges include new and exclusive rewards, including new weapons and a raid weapon catalyst, so I guess you better get good before heading in. Moving on, they talk about dungeons, but the only thing they really say is that they are now included with the expansion, so no more dungeon keys. Big W. Next, they talk about new rad event. I think they mean raid. But long story short, Pantheon and other similar event ideas will be making its way into Destiny for both raids and dungeons. And lastly on that topic, they mentioned that legacy raids will not be available in the portal category straight away. So I guess it's something they can add later down the line to reintroduce old raid content again, as well as possibly reissuing raid weapons. For combatant modifiers, they mostly talk about how they want activity replayability to feel less repetitive and more enjoyable for each playthrough. So their solution is to add new modifier systems that really shake up the core gameplay, like adding in certain modifiers, which can include adds that nuke the room, probably killing you instantly in a GM, and punchable adds where you need to melee them first before you can do damage again. They do mention that 2 of the Bane modifiers will actually be coming in episode 2 next month, so this will be a test to see how it goes before officially launching them in 2025's Frontiers year. A lot of big changes and interesting stuff happening, but is it enough to really make a big change?